Slam, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, I tell you, that match is going to be brutal. I've said it for weeks now. That match is going to be awesome. It's legendary. CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar is one of the top 3 matches I wanted to see before I died. I love Brock Lesnar. I love CM Punk. But unfortunately, I think CM Punk is going down on Sunday.
I don't think so. I don't see CM Punk going down. I think that it's going to be a good match, but I think that he's going to come out on top.
I mean, I love them both, like I said. It's definitely going to be a good match. We both agree to that, but I think it's going to be F5. F5 all day.
I can just see Paul Heyman using himself and Curtis Axel to make sure that he doesn't win.
I can see that. Curtis Axel and them will probably have a little bit of interference in the match. I mean, I hope that they make it a hardcore match because those guys deserve to have a brutal match, and it's not going to be pretty. If someone doesn't get busted open, I'll be surprised. I will be shocked. I'll probably be a little tiny bit appalled, but I mean, Vince McMahon knows what he's doing. He made a hell of a match. I'm excited about it. I haven't been excited I'm more excited about this match than I am about The Rock and John Cena. So if that tells you anything, and I was excited about that match. I was real excited about that match. But you watch Raw?
I did.
What'd you think about it?
It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. I like where they went with the special guest referee. How Triple H is going to be the guest referee of the Daniel Bryan John Cena match, other than Brad Maddox, and they continued the feud with Vince and Brad Maddox. Maddox took a hell of a pedigree from Triple H.
Yeah, he did. What do you think about Brad Maddox, by the way? We don't talk about him too much on this show.
I think that he's doing what he's told to do. I think he's doing an alright guy.
I think that he's trying to get under Vince McMahon's wing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think that Brad Maddox, he's a good GM. He could be doing a little bit more, but I mean, I'm satisfied with what he's doing now. He's making good storyline, and it fits in perfect with the John Cena Daniel Bryan match coming up at SummerSlam.
Exactly.
And Vince McMahon's suits last night was awesome. I loved it with the maroon and the purple.
Yeah,
it was pretty tough. I'd like a suit like that.
Big Show came back last night.
He did. And he's looking ripped up.
He's looking ripped. He definitely got himself into better shape. Definitely.
He's looking like when he debuted against in that St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
I remember that. Yeah.
And he came and ripped the cage open. Vince McMahon. Did Vince McMahon win that match? He won that match.
No, Stone Cold did. Because Stone Cold was on the. They threw Stone Cold into the.
And he swung off the cage.
And he swung off the cage and dropped. Yeah.
I watched so many wrestling matches, I can't really remember the winner of all of them. So you'll have to forgive me for being a little bit stupid.
So, what do you think about Big E's entrance when he throws up like the baby powder or whatever it is?
I think it might be like lifting powder, like I don't know, like flour or something.
I don't know what it is, but he just.
I love when he does that shit, and it just gets bigger and bigger as he claps. So it's gonna be a good match. I mean, Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn versus Big E and AJ. That's
gonna be an interesting match.
It'll be interesting. I mean, it's probably my least favorite match on the card besides the Divas match. But I love who's involved in it, and they'll probably turn that into a bigger feud.
And then you also got Natalia and the whatever those girls are. The Funkadelics,
Naomi?
The Funkadactyls against the Bella Twins and Eva Marie. First time we've seen Eva Marie actually wrestle.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll incorporate that in the Total Diva show, which I know you're a fan of.
Yeah, I watched the last episode. It was definitely pretty good. They had, fighting between one of the Usos and one of the Funkadelics, and it was definitely interesting.
I've been seeing a lot of commercials on TV for it. I've heard the ratings have been rising each week, and
It's a good show.
I guess that's good. I mean, it is a good show. Maybe this will stem a couple other shows. You know, if they can do good on a show about the divas, which really don't get a lot of spotlight in WWE universe, then maybe they'll do reality shows about certain superstars. You know,
They could. Man, we got so many. What you think about the 20-man battle royal for a chance to wrestle Dean Ambrose for the belt on the pre-show?
I'm glad RVD won that.
Yeah.
I'm a huge RVD fan. I wish it wasn't, the pre-show.
Exactly. I don't understand why they would have that match as the pre-show. You know, it's like it's for the title. You can't have the U.S. title be on the pre-show. You know, that's like you should do like a tag team match or something.
Yeah, titles.
No titles. I mean, that's ridiculous. But
I don't. Unfortunately, I think Dean Ambrose is going to keep it just for the simple fact that it's on the pre-show. If it were on the pay-per-view, I think RVD might take it because I don't believe he's ever held that belt. And I hope that he does take it, but the Shield have been on a hot streak lately.
Exactly.
I mean, they got punked out last night on Raw, but I mean, can't win them all.
Damian Sandow came out with a new briefcase.
Yeah, he did. It's looking pretty tough too.
It looks a lot more sturdier than the other one. I don't think I'd want to get hit with that briefcase.
Yeah, I know.
That should be a good match
I'm
too.
hoping that they eventually. I mean, they only got like less than a week left, but I hope they put the briefcase
SmackDown
on the line. Yeah, they got SmackDown.
SmackDown's like the last they're going to do it. They'll have to do it on SmackDown, so that'd be interesting.
And they filmed that tonight, so hopefully they'll go hard on SmackDown this week.
One of the matches I'm looking forward to see is the Kane against Bray Wyatt in the Ring of Fire match. Now, it's not a Inferno match. It's kind of like an Inferno match, but you don't set your opponent on fire.
Yeah, you got to get the pin.
You got to get the pin or a submission. But like I was said, it's Kane is getting ready to film See No Evil Part 2, and so this may be like a send off for Kane. So you may see like. Maybe Kane will get set on fire or something.
I just can't see Bray Wyatt losing his first pay-per-view match in WWE. I mean, Kane outsmarted him last night. And
I still like the Wyatt family. I love his finisher.
I'm so glad we were there when they debuted.
His Bray Wyatt's finisher is awesome.
When he kisses the forehead.
Yeah, he kisses the forehead and like slams him. And
what do you call that? A reverse STO?
I guess I think so. And then when he the entrance, he says, "Well, here, it's just great."
I love the shirt. I love how Bray Wyatt was wearing the shirt under his, I guess, button up.
Yeah,
I guess you would call it. And the mask. I need to get me one of those masks. We need to get a mask to give away on Wrestletalk.
That would be sweet.
I need one of those.
We also got the Alberto Del Rio against Christian. Alberto Del Rio, he's became more vicious lately. Like ever since he took the belt from Ziggler, he's became a lot more vicious. Like, I mean, he was brutal last night.
Oh man, I mean, I think Christian's going to take that belt. I think Christian might be on one of his last runs. I mean, he looks like the kind of guy that would have a couple more years left in him, but I think he might just be getting tired of it, you know. I mean, he's not getting worked the right way. And he's a good superstar, but and I like him. I'm a peep. I'll have to admit that. You know, I wish they'd bring back the Peep Show.
That'd be sweet.
It's way better than Miz TV. Miz TV, like John Cena said last night, man, Miz TV is usually a train wreck of a segment. So. But last night's Miz TV was awesome, man.
John Cena against Daniel Bryan. That's going to be a good match, too, I think.
You had a little bit of heel in Daniel Bryan, and you had a little bit of heel in John Cena. When John Cena slapped the taste right out of his mouth. Dude, that was awesome.
But the funniest thing about it is that John Cena is dating one of the Bella Twins, and Daniel Bryan is engaged to the other Bella Twins. So they they're hanging around each other all the
All
time.
the time. You're right. Triple H got added as the special guest referee last night.
Yes,
if you
he
guys
did.
didn't see that, Brad Maddox called a pedigree. I think he mentioned that earlier. Vince McMahon wasn't too pleased about that.
No.
But if I had to make a prediction, I think Shawn Michaels is going to interfere in that match.
That would be interesting.
Because if you don't know, Daniel Bryan is one of Shawn Michaels' I guess you'd call him student. We
haven't seen Shawn Michaels in a while. You wouldn't recognize him.
Yeah, he's got that long beard on him now.
He's got a beard now. If you saw him, you wouldn't really recognize. I remember he was on Monday Night Raw, and I was like, who the heck's that? I was like, that's Shawn Michaels.
I don't know what channel his hunting show comes on,
but
he's been doing that lately. But I think he's going to be there at SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, it's one of the top 3 pay-per-views in WWE history. They have the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series used to be the top 4, but they don't really do Survivor Series anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really blame them because seeing 5-on-5, I'd rather see the 1-on-1 matches because those are more historical in my opinion because they mean a little bit more because you got to see these 2 athletes battle their heart out, for our entertainment. And usually it's a good match. Like, the most disappointing 1-on-1 match I've ever seen was Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, and I'm a big Brock Lesnar fan.
Yeah.
I would actually like to see number 2, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg number 2, because the first one just didn't do either of them justice. And they're both brutal superstars.
I agree.
They're both legends, man. Brock Lesnar and Goldberg will be remembered forever for what they've done for the wrestling industry. And they just put on a crappy match. Crappy match.
And the fans knew that they were leaving, so they booed them out. And the greatest part about that match is when they both took stunners.
Yeah, the stun. If it wasn't for Stone Cold, man, I don't even know how that match... I mean, it took them like 10 minutes just to just to grapple up, man.
Grapple up.
So I don't know, man. But hopefully this Sunday, Punk and Lesnar will be a hell of a match.
I hope so.
If it ain't, man, I'm gonna be so disappointed. You'll know about it on Wrestletalk come Monday or Tuesday.
Exactly.
Because, we might even do a SummerSlam Wrestletalk.
You might.
After.
You never know.
Post SummerSlam.
Exactly. Sunday's going to be a busy day for me because Sunday I'm helping out with a local wrestling promotion in Martinsburg, LTW Wrestling. Check them out. The show starts at 3 o'clock. It's at the Berkeley County Community Center where Lambert Park's at. They got some really good wrestlers there. You definitely check them out. Show your support for the local wrestling. And then after that, you can go to Buffalo Wild Wings for SummerSlam. Because I'll be there too. You never know. If you show up, you may get to be on Wrestletalk. You never know. Think of how great it would be for you to be able to be on Wrestletalk with the 2 hosts.
Oh yeah, we're great. We're great guys. If you don't like us, then there's something wrong with you. But I think Paul Bear said it the best. He said that independent wrestling federations are the roots to this business.
Because a lot of people need to realize that every star that's in the WWE right now at one point has wrestled in an independent wrestling group. John Cena, Edge, Christian, Undertaker, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels. Every single wrestler has started at an indie promotion, so you definitely got to check them out. I know that the next indie promotion that's going to be coming around is Primal Conflict Wrestling, which is one of my favorite ones. That's going to be at the...
what is it, Night to Remember 7?
I believe it is. That's one of the biggest pay-per-views. That's like the WrestleMania. It's going to be at the Harper's Ferry KOA. Definitely check them out. We're running a little bit late on time. We're almost done. We got about 15 minutes. We got 10 more seconds. What do you want to talk about in 10 seconds?
I don't know. I think we might have to do part 2, man.
We might have to do part 2.
We might have to stop and do part 2.
Quite a bit to talk about.
Let's do part 2.
Part 2.